Welcome to Love, Dream, Live, your source of life lessons that inspire you to love intensely, dream relentlessly, and live passionately. Our goal is to help you create harmony in your work, personal life, and self-discovery journey. Welcome your host, Aida, with today's topic.
Hey there, wonderful. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about the importance of being a good receiver. A lot of us want abundance in our life, but without being an excellent receiver, then there will be no abundance in our life. And I know this was a very challenging part for me earlier in my journey, and I wanted to share my experience and how I was really kind of closed up. And I've slowly opened up and have discovered that abundance only comes from a flow of giving and receiving. It's sort of like a cycle, and you can break the cycle by not being a good receiver or by not being a good giver. But today we're going to focus on not being a good receiver. Now let me share with you why I was not a good receiver in the past. One of the reasons was that I had a fear of getting burned. Like I felt like, oh, if this person gives me something, or if this person, now I feel like I owe them something, or what will they want in return? Anytime that people were willing to give to me, I felt very suspicious. I'm like, okay, there must be some kind of catch. There must be a hidden intention that they're not telling me. Like, why would they just want to give, or why would they just want to help? Anytime I would be in a position of receiving, I sabotaged myself by having suspicion and not really trusting the motives of the other person. I also had a fear like I was going to get taken advantage of, like I was open to help, and that admitting my weaknesses was going to just leave it where they could literally take advantage of me or do something to hurt me. So I was always sort of a cautious receiver. I sort of had this questions inside of my head and suspicions. Another part was I didn't believe that people would really seriously want to help me. I think I'm more of a giver, and I feel more comfortable giving. And so when other people want to help me, or whenever it's my turn to receive, I have doubt. I had doubt if it's really true that they want to help me, that they want to give to me. Almost like I didn't believe that I deserved it. Like almost I didn't believe that that person would think I was worthy of their help or their time or their effort. So I sort of received in this manner of like disbelief. I was like, okay, well, I'll do this, but I'll kind of keep my eyes open to see what's going to happen next. What are they going to ask for? I mean, they can't just be willing to help me. Inside of myself, I didn't believe that I deserved the help. I didn't believe that I deserved to receive. I didn't believe that I needed to be open to having other people contribute and give to me, because it's a part of the flow, a part of the process. And so the reciprocation is very important. And so if I had that much resistance to receiving, then I knew inside of myself that I had a lot of healing to do, and I needed to trust people and be more open and vulnerable and accept that I had these fears and suspicions and find a way to overcome it and not just allow it to prevent me from having abundance in my life. I have actually come a really long way now, and I feel like I've been opening more and I've been receiving more and more comfortably and trusting people, and just knowing that I don't have to do everything by myself, that there is other people around me for help, for support, not because I have to have someone, not because I need them to be there, they must be there, but just because they're willing to and they want to. I think being too stubborn about being very independent and self-sufficient is also another reason why we kind of close up to receiving. We're like, no, we don't need anybody. We're fine by ourselves. We can work through this by ourselves. So that is another limitation that I feel was kind of holding me back. I've made a lot of progress, but I am still working on this because this is a very challenging part of my journey. And personally, I feel like this is going to be one of those things that after I break through it completely, that it can open a lot of doors for me and help me see the world as more abundant, generous and giving than just as a scary place where I have to be suspicious about the people around me, about their intentions, about if they're going to take advantage of me and different things like that. So I really encourage you to try to become a better receiver by letting go of some of these limiting beliefs that we have attached to receiving, because receiving is not weakness. Receiving isn't something that we have to avoid and run away from and be scared from all the time. This is an essential part of creating abundance in our lives and living in harmony, is being open to that flow and being open to giving and receiving. And that is the flow that will make your life feel more rich, more meaningful and exciting, because you're giving and receiving, and it's a cycle, and that is how it works. And if you're not receiving, then you're not going to be a good giver. You're not going to be a good source of help. I encourage you to kind of be more aware of those limiting beliefs that you have about receiving and about not deserving. Open yourself up and be a little bit more vulnerable and be a little bit more willing to accept help and support, because people around us want to help and support us. And if we don't allow them to, and if we're not open to receiving that help and support, then in a way we're also hindering their growth and hindering their expansion. And so it creates a lot of blockage, a lot of walls, and different types of resistance that it's going to be really challenging to break through later on. The sooner that we become more aware about our need to be a good receiver, the more likely that we're going to be able to experience abundance in our life and that flow of greatness coming into our life. And so that is today's life lesson. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you around next time. Goodbye, and have a fabulous, wonderful day.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with a friend. Visit lovedreamlive.com for more. And remember to stop waiting. Decide to choose yourself. You can experience unconditional love, create the life of your dreams, and live in harmony and abundance every single day. See you again soon.